You might not be, but like, point of the matter is you don't know how to actually code, as far as I know.
Mm.
Which is part of the reason why
Inafune like knows rudiment, like basic coding,
Yeah.
but he's not the. Because remember, his career was music. He
Yeah.
wanted to be known for music. That's why it's rock and roll.
Yeah, which is why like something like Death Stranding also has been like had me like cautiously optimistic because like Kojima's a very hands-on director, so like I know the fact that he's on it, he's gonna make sure it looks good and it feels good and it does the thing it's supposed to.
Yeah.
But the fact that he started bringing people over from his old company essentially when we reported on this.
Yeah.
That actually gave me a lot more optimism because it's like, okay, so we have people that actually know how to work with Kojima and make his vision come to life.
Okay, now I'm like scratching my head. So we got the big battery,
Let's open up the map.
and it literally just took us back to like the beginning area of the courtyard. So I guess at this point we can avoid the snakes.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean that, which
Well,
in
that
and of
didn't-
itself is a nice thing, but
That didn't advance things very much. Okay.
wait, let's look at the map.
So we have all of this stuff. Unless we could put the... No, because, yeah, it's basically just to loop things around so you can go back to the residence if you need to. Okay, well... Right now what we need is we need that wolf and metal door.
Yeah.
So that we can... Or wolf and eagle door so that we can move forward. And for the moment, I'm actually going to... First of all, I'm going to check this door and make sure that we got everything in here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we need to let Mega Man die. We need to not let Inafune carry our hopes and dreams and just wait.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is
Just wait either for like a different director and a different company to like give us a real spiritual sequel.
Okay.
Like that's kind of my thoughts on it. Like,
Yeah.
I know people want Mega Man, but honestly,
I want Mega Man, but at this point, I don't want Capcom to do it when it's very clear they don't care.
yeah, I don't want Mega Man. I don't want Capcom doing it.
If you wanted to ask me like my honest opinion, like which would I rather have, Mega Man from Capcom or a brand spanking new property, I'd probably pick a brand spanking new property.
Yeah.
Just to see what this new team can
Or
do.
give me another Street Fighter.
That too. Please not as bare bones as Street Fighter V was. I'm very picky. I want my story mode, and
I mean, you have that now.
I have it now, but it bothered me then that I didn't
a
have
year
it.
later.
Yeah. Well, the story mode that we had, I don't even want to call it a story mode. It was dumb.
It's a video game. It's a fighting game.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, but I like playing Street Fighter back in the day for the story, like actually beating it for all the characters.
They never had a real story mode though.
Well, but I was one of those guys that actually beat it for all the endings. So that was like the only time I've ever done like a replay value kind of thing for it. So was for Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So the next thing that we can talk to, we actually got another Resident Evil question that I missed last time, which is, since we're playing the original Resident Evil, or at least the remake of it, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the original PlayStation version or the remake?
Remake.
Yeah, it's really not that hard to figure out.
I mean, if we're gonna be honest here, like, it's not even the graphics. It's not even the story, gameplay. It's literally none of those things that make Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
It's the freaking tank controls. The fact that they got rid of them here was godsend to me. I think tank controls are a relic of the past, and anybody who likes them needs to let go.
Yes, and there are people who are like purists, and they love the tank controls because they're used to it.
Yeah, like I get that. Like,
I'm not there with you. I've never liked them.
Oh, what was the other game they worked on? Like Devil May Cry, the original had tank controls.
Yeah.
Like
earlier builds of it had like legit tank controls with a sword, mind you.
Resident Evil 4 originally, and it still does have tank controls. Which they got rid of it in the not rid of it, but they gave you the option to not use them in later iterations. Onimusha, another sword game, had tank controls. Just Capcom.
See, and I'm a fan of Onimusha, but the one thing that I complained about in every game was the controls.
Yeah,
the gameplay was just by them.
Capcom in like late PS1, early PS2 era had like a boner for like tank controls, and it's like no,
we love this. Don't you guys love these? No, we really don't.
Stop it.
Okay. So we need the wolf and eagle door, and then we are good. So yeah, I'm actually there too. The remake is a lot better, and I like it for the story because it actually fits into the mythos a little bit more. But I will always hold a soft spot for the original and the horrible, craptastic dialogue.
Yeah.
Because that's always fun to go back and listen to.
Yeah. I'm just not one of those people that's willing to put up with bad controls for a good story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, which is one of the reasons why I have never gone back to play Mass Effect 1. I love the story in Mass Effect 1.
Yeah, I played it once and then I was done.
Yeah, it's good, strong story. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, but man, going through that game is a slog. Like,
it really is, and it's one of the things that I'm very happy they got rid of was the freaking Mako. I hated that. I hated the controls for it, and on top of that, just it's one of those things where I'm not usually a pro shooter guy, but 2 fixed a lot of problems in that format, and I like the fact that 3 actually mixed the two.
3, my love-hate relationship with 3 is, first of all, I think 3 is a bit too short for my taste.
Yeah.
And also people are butthurt about the ending, which I'm not. But that's because I'm one of those people that thinks it's more about the journey rather than the end.
Yes.
And yeah, you didn't get a whole lot of payoff unless you had the Citadel DLC. But my gosh, the gameplay in 3 was buttery smooth and good and delicious.
Yeah, I'm still making my way through 3, so it's I haven't made a final opinion on it. In fact, people are getting mad at me because
have we saved?
We did just barely save.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna go scope around the mansion one more, and then we'll start wrapping things up. But yeah, it's one of those things that I've actually been pestered quite a bit on whether or not I'm going to review Andromeda. And my thought is on the matter, I don't know if I want to do it until I've at least beaten or gotten really close to beating 3. Just because I want to make sure that I know everything that I can know. Even though they're not connected, I'm worried that there's like going to be that one little reference that I will miss that everybody's like, oh man, you're going to be so pissed that you missed that.
You people, and I mean you people that have that habit of like playing everything, and I'm just was like...
You mean OCD?
No.
Because that's what I'd call it. No, I'm OCD.
No, because I have a friend at work who also is of that same opinion. So he refuses to play any Final Fantasy because he hasn't played all of them. And I'm like, dog, just play 7. He's like, but there's 6 other games. What if I miss a reference? I'm like, they're there for like the fans.
Yeah, that's like the only time I would say like you can do that because no game connects to another.
But that's what I'm saying about like Fire. Like me and Romney had this discussion with you where we're like, just play Fire Emblem Awakening. You're like, but I don't want to miss any references. Well, then why are you asking us?
Well, the bottom line is that I'm actually starting to swap my opinion on that, and I'm actually gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
Screw you,
man. He's aggressive.
Yes, he is. Jerry, no cup in the boobs on the first date. I mean, seriously.
B-E aggressive. Yeah.
And that's a different Jerry spelling. So for people who are going to immediately scream at me and go, you just used the same name over again. No, Jerry with a G, as in Gerald. There you go. I made it work.
Oh, you turn around and the door. There's a red door. That door.
What was that?
Not a red door. I mean red room.
Oh, there is. Let's go in here.
What is in here? Yeah, and I'm just like,
it's an in-progress room.
Just you people are missing out on good stuff because you're like, I don't know what's on the thing. And it's like, just do it.
Okay, so I know the room, but I don't know what's. Could this be one of the? Ooh. I never like it when they start me off in a weird view.
Yeah.
Because that usually means something's watching you. And then left in a hurry. Okay.
Can you look under the bed?
Footprints look like they're headed straight in through the bed.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Okay. Can we push the bed? No. There's nothing in the drawers or the shelves. Okay, so this is
wait, what if you observe the bed through, like, the front of it? So you look
I haven't tried that, but we could try it. Really quick, is that... It says this room is the one that...
Oh, it's because there's a red herb in there.
Oh, yeah. What about in here? Do we have a wolf and eagle medal to be able to go use? Probably not. This was the wasp room.
Yeah.
But is there anything else in here?
I don't think there's anything in here for us.
Nope. So the red herb is why this is in progress, because we have it all. Where do we use the wolf and eagle metal? Could it be down in the... Did we discover everything in the underground facility in the residence?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think we might have.
I mean, let's look at the map.
Wait, hold on. This one also is in progress. Let's check here. Oh, you want to know what? I'll bet I know why it's in progress. There's also an herb in here, too.
Oh, God, those herbs.
Because it's red herbs. And so at that point, like, unless you have green herbs to couple them with...
And you can't stack them either. Like, you just have... They each take up a slot. I hate that.
Speaking of classic Resident Evil things that are frustrating.
Yeah.
So then we go in here, and this is the trophy area that we just barely unlocked to go into the basement. So, yay. What about the basement? Do we have everything in there? Yes. We've discovered everything here. Because we got the elevator working again. Okay. So that isn't it. Wolf and eagle metal. See, like my thought is going back to that gravestone that we saw.
Yeah.
And that might be it, but that was like one of them has 3 and one of them has 1. Which I thought was like the wind crest, but no, you know what? I think we had that wind crest and then we used it.
Oh,
so we don't have it anymore. And that 3-1 I'll bet is like stone.
We need to go to the east side of the courtyard fountain.
East side of the courtyard fountain. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Where's that? Well, I guess it doesn't say if that's...
Well, let's go back there.
The remake of the original, but I'm guessing it must be the same.
That would take us back to the residence.
The courtyard fountain.
We have to figure this out now. This is just going to have an itch for me now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take these, and then I'm going to take the stone and metal object, because that was how you opened up the courtyard area.
I don't think we're going to need those, though.
Or we're not going to need them?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, there's going to be a box at the residence, so... There has to be a reason why we had to put the battery in the elevator.
To avoid snakes?
I mean, aside from that, I'm hoping that there's another reason for that. Oh, wait, I didn't even notice that. There's a letter up here. I left you some bullets in the room on the right. Feel free to use them if you manage to get them yourself. In trouble, Barry.
Aw, Bear.
Bear.
For people wondering, that's Bear, B-A-R, Bear, B-E-A-R.
Exactly.
Bear.
Okay, so out this way to the residence area. And while we're doing that, the next question that we can get into, and this one actually kind of got coupled with the anime stuff that we talked last time, which was, so in 2 months, we have Boruto the anime actually starting up. And so somebody wanted to get your opinions on, like, have you read the manga for it, or are you interested in the anime at this given moment?
I had felt that Naruto wrapped up quite nicely. Even including Naruto the Last, because I didn't watch the Boruto movie apparently. So I haven't watched that, nor have I played the Storm DLC for it yet. So I hadn't. So for me, Naruto had wrapped up quite nicely actually, to the point where I haven't really had any interest to either read like the books that had come out or watch the movie. But now that they announced the TV show, my interest is resparked.
Okay.
On the east
Some
side?
Some kind of transparent creature is swimming in the water. That was weird. So we go to east of the fountain. This would be more like west,
fountain.
but this would be more like west, but and then you go in here, and this leads to the residence.
Yeah, because it just says here on the hollow slot on the east side of the courtyard fountain.
Well, the only thing that I can think of on the east side of the courtyard fountain was that battery slot. Oh, wait. Could there have been another elevator? Could there be another battery that we could technically grab? Because we have one door that leads to the residence, and then we have the other 2 are elevators. So
Wait. Open up your map, bro. The map.
I'm the map.
So that faces north, right? So east side is on the right.
See, the only eastern door would be the elevator that we just powered up.
But you're not. It's not saying go through the door. It's saying on the east side of the courtyard fountain.
East side of the courtyard fountain. Okay. Well, there's a bunch of courtyard fountains. Let's go up to the.
Wait, is there something on the right there? No.
It doesn't shift camera. Except when we get here.
Right, but that's not it. Go to what's the big fountain?
Big one?
Oh yeah. Can you go in it?
If I can, I'm not sure how. A raging waterfall. It looks like there's something beyond it. So maybe something that we need to shut off the water for.
Maybe. I don't know how we would do that, man.
Ooh, you don't know how we could probably do it?
How?
We could fill up the water again.
Can we do that?
I think we got the crank.
Oh.
Let's do it.
But
I got to go back to a box to go get it. So
okay.
Let's do that, because at this point we're just walking around in circles. Let's fill it up again, and that probably would explain why we needed to power up the other elevator so that we could do that. So yeah, my thoughts on Boruto are I'm not gonna watch it, just because I don't know. I've seen the Boruto movie and I think it's fine, but I'm not exactly all that ecstatic about Boruto. I think I'm kind of like with you. I think Naruto wrapped itself quite nicely. Put a nice little bow on it, and it's good.
I think Boruto will do like a nice job at like introducing fans or like people who weren't fans, right? Like introducing a new generation of people to like the Naruto universe. But considering the fact that it's not written by Kishimoto, I don't really have an interest.
Yeah,
because and I talked about this in one of the Geek News Reviews Opinions podcasts. Was I had mentioned that the writer behind Boruto was Kishimoto's apprentice and the guy that helped him essentially finish the Naruto series. He helped him out with a lot of it, and he just kind of did the thing, right?
Well, and frankly, like there's just not a whole lot of hype right now for the Boruto series for me. Like with Naruto, you could at least say like this was a universe that was unfamiliar to us, and therefore there was that mystique.
And I think
you can't say that now.
And I think my problem is, if I was to revisit the Naruto universe, my personal like wish, I guess, would be to revisit the characters I love, and as good as it might be, you know, to not focus on them because you're focusing on new people and new storylines and stuff like that.
Although, given what you said to me last recording session, I don't know, Sarada might be enough for me.
Right. She might have some interesting stories. I don't know how that inner conflict would translate, right? But
well, apparently she's like the subject of debate because there's still people online that don't agree with you. They're like, it's confirmed she's Sakura's daughter.
Something's up. Anyways,
yeah, exactly. There's this. I'm sorry. There's so this already
anyways, yeah.
This already like scares me, but also intrigues me.
Yeah, because honestly, I would love the series to focus more on like those like 20 years between the end and that time jump, right? Like between Naruto becoming Hokage. Yeah. And the end of like Shippuden, essentially. I would be interested. I would love to see that, and I would love to see them go back to a closer style of like the original Naruto, where it was
Oh, my bad. I had to use it.
Oh. Where it was like squad stories, right? So like just like an anthology series, where I would get to see all my favorite characters like do stuff. So like see Shikamaru and like his relationship with like Tamari.
Yeah, like, or Naruto and Hinata. I would like to see that. Or actually, like, you know, since we're bringing up Sasuke and Sakura, I would like to see how they hooked up.
Wait, did you not keep the
I kept the crank.
No, the medals.
I didn't keep them on me, no.
Oh, okay.
But now that we filled this up, let's use the elevator and see what happens.
Okay.
Because maybe we'll open up a new area. Maybe we'll open up the underground lab. I don't know. This might happen today. But yeah, now I'm at least remotely interested, although can I share the conversation we had right after? So, like, we were talking about Sarada.
Yeah.
And that it actually, like, we actually got into the subject of, like, so, yeah, let's just say for the sake of argument that Sarada is Sakura's daughter. it does make you wonder how on earth would they get, sex going? Because you have to think, like, Sasuke has to be the most awkward person when it comes to, relationships.
Right, the most just uptight
This
person
goes
ever.
true of Karin as well. Oh, no. Oh, crap.
Do we want to save and just continue?
This is Lisa's area, I think.
I mean, do we want to, like, go back and save before we go further? Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah, I think this is intentional because I think we just walked into Lisa's area. To bring the grenade launcher or to not bring the grenade launcher.
Also, do we really want to keep going this at the
No.
end of the...
No, because we're a little over. Thankfully, we made up for the break, but
Yeah.
we're a little over still. No, let me just go ahead and finish the story, and then we'll save things up. We were talking about how awkward things would go, and then we were just like, so how do you think this would happen? Sakura would just come out of the closet in full-on lingerie, and then all of a sudden he'd accidentally activate his Amaterasu and burn her. It's like, quick, get him off!
I don't think I mentioned that, but I also thought like about him and like Karin and like because Karin's whole ability is that like she gives people like chakra through them biting her, and I just assumed, and I just assumed that she has some sort of weird bite fetish.
Well, but hey, you know what? That's a justified concept because man, she gets like. I swear she's like she's climaxing when those bites happen.
But the implication here is that like that's a session that went on for hours.
Yeah.
Because the more he bites, the more energy he gets. So like, I mean, you picking up one putting down? Because like I'm just saying.
Yeah. No. This is not the first time I've considered that.
I'm just saying that went on for quite.
Because like
a while.
all of a sudden she gets the bite, she's like, ah! And it's like, oh. Yeah. Those are gonna be awkward moments. But it does make you wonder, like, if they actually did do this, how did they make it work? We'll leave the comment section to answer that for us because that always will end well. I just would like to picture like she went out and got like this really expensive lingerie in the village, and all of a sudden comes out and Sasuke is like so freaked out he accidentally activates Amaterasu. It's like get it off!
You know before we go any further on this.
Yeah.
Well, actually, before we finish the episode,
yes,
I just want to plant a little seed in people's minds, and talk about Boruto, and the fact that like Naruto has shadow clones. So we're just gonna leave it there.
Comment section, go nuts. We'll see you guys next time for more Resident Evil.